Every job has its ups and downs, but not every job can change a life. Just sharing with you one of my favorite quotes about teachers. Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to a new episode of Career in Focus by Your Life Sketch. So today's Career in Focus is a teacher. And I'm excited to present to you our featured guest for today. 29 years in the teaching industry. She is currently a Filipino high school teacher at the Ateneo de Davao Senior High School. Please welcome Miss Larry Bernardino Veneracion.
Good afternoon.
Hi Larry, good afternoon.
Hi Rachel. What does a teacher do? I guess some people would simply say, they teach, of course, because they're a teacher. Yes, I teach. But before I get to the front of the class or before I get to the front of my laptop and start teaching, I get to do a lot of things. I need to prepare. So I don't simply just spend 1 hour not talking in front of my students. It's more than that, because teaching means that I have to know why. Why am I teaching? Whatever the topic may be, it's not what will I teach immediately. First and foremost, I have to know why am I going to teach? Why am I going to teach these learners? And then I have to know, how will I know that they are learning? How will I assess? How will I know that I am successful, that I was able to teach them? And I have to know, how am I going to teach a particular topic? Now, what is the best way? Do I just tell them to read, and then do I just ask questions based on what they read? Does that mean that they learn? And the last question is, what am I going to teach them? Because I cannot simply focus on, okay, I have to teach this subject because it's stated in the curriculum. DepEd says I have to teach you this. No questions asked. No, I have to know what is the purpose of this particular topic, in the future, in the lives of these learners in the future. I need to know that somehow this small topic will have an impact on their lives, not now, but later. Because a teacher does exactly, we do so many things. We do so many things. We're like a mom, we're like a dad, we're like a security guard, because we also are concerned, about the security of our children, of our learners, loco parentis. So teaching is not just a one package task. It's more than that.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. It's not a task, it's a commitment. Right?
Yes,
We see our
definitely.
teachers as, our second parent.
Yes.
We set
And
up
once you're done for the day, you don't stop being a teacher because you need to check their work. And then when you see that some learners, it seems like this student is, something's wrong with the student because the grade, no, it's not okay, but he used to be good or she used to be good. So the next time you get to see the learner, you would ask the learner, how are you? Is everything okay? That's part of your job. You are also a psychologist. You are a guidance counselor. All in one. It's all there. That's why, tama yung word mo, commitment. Kailangan talagang isipin mo na this is not just an 8-hour job. If you would ask me what was my most memorable experience as a teacher, I would say that's still the best experience, because just 3 weeks ago, I was a student. 3 weeks after, I entered the classroom, the very same halls of the school that I went to, but now I was a teacher. And when I entered the classroom, I was kind of shy. I was wearing a polo shirt, red plaid Benetton jeans. Remember ko pa talaga. Tapos naka-backpack ako, na-color red din. Tapos naka-loafers ako. Tapos, I was looking inside the classroom and they were all boys. And then I looked at my schedule, I realized I was in a mechanical engineering section. So that's why they were all boys. So I sat in front, and they thought that I was also a classmate. And then I would hear them at the back, sige na, magpakilala ka na from liberal arts, siguro yun, because early. And I was like, huwag kayong malapit because I was the only girl in class. And then the bell rang, ten, 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 the usual bell. So I stood up and then said, hala, 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 baka umalis, baka umalis, baka umalis. And then I turned, I smiled at them and they also smiled. And then I walked up the teacher's table and they were like, oh my God. And I was like, magandang umaga. Ako ang inyong guro sa Filipino 12. And they was like, and up until now, it's still my most memorable experience
Yeah.
because I really can forget their faces when they found out that I was their teacher. So I
Yeah.
guess that's my inspiration. Actually, the inspiration comes from the learners. It comes
True.
from the students. When you see them learning, when you see them paying attention to you, when you see them valuing what you're teaching them, not just for inside the classroom, but the value that it can be of help for them in the future,
Mhm.
then it inspires you, to be the best that you can be for them. Not for yourself, but for them, actually. Yes.
Okay, since you talked about your experience already, can you share with us a step-by-step process? How can one become a teacher? Although you said it was mostly influence for you, you didn't really go through the standard process, but maybe you can share with us how.
Well, for those who really want to become a teacher right from the very beginning, they take up education courses in college, either for basic education, meaning elementary education, or secondary education. Because for college, it's quite different. When you become a college teacher, you are actually a graduate of the particular subject you're teaching. But for the basic ed, you really need to take a particular course. I didn't go through that because mine was, what can you say, a kind of an accident. So I didn't really plan becoming a teacher, but you take up a college course for education. And then, once you're done, you take up the licensure exam for teachers. I took that. Actually, I took my LET September 2013. I took up my education units summer of 2012 because at that point in time, I was already preparing to transfer to the senior high school. And being in a senior high school, um, it's part of the basic education. So there's a difference in terms of requirements. When you're teaching in the basic education, you need to have a license. So you need to take the PRC exam, the licensure exam for teachers, or the LET. As for the college teachers, the minimum requirement is a master's degree. That's
Oh,
why when I decided to become a teacher, I took up my master's immediately. The following term, I enrolled in the master's program because you can't simply be a college graduate when you're teaching college students because the moment they graduate, you're no different from them.
yeah.
Your educational background is basically the same.